stuff to say. This is going to be kind of a quick little PSA catch up of what's been going on, why I haven't been streaming the last couple of days, last few days, why there hasn't been many recordings, etc. So, as many of you know, GT New Horizons had an update, specifically 2.1.0.0. Okay, and on that update, pollution was supposedly fixed. Well, there were some bugs. And those bugs specifically affected our world. To the point that I actually had to roll the entire world back from when I did the update. Because everything was destroyed. And I spoke to Dream about it and what's going on. And he gave me some advice. He told me to go into creative, set up these particular machines, and it will take care of things until we can get things swapped out. And essentially, what it is the railcraft boilers are producing exponentially more pollution than they should be. Okay? To give you an idea, there's like a constant 3K plus pollution in this chunk constantly, even with scrubbers running 24/7. When I restored the world back before we even did the update, which was before the last several streams, I had to redo all of that stuff. Within minutes, it was at acid rain level pollution. And it was spreading all over the base. So what he told us to do is he told us to get these blocks, set them up, and it will clear out the pollution. And sure enough, it is. It's keeping it clear. It's keeping things from being destroyed. All of these will have to be destroyed after we get everything replaced. But now, just so you know, these aren't really a problem. Yeah, they're doing like 20 pollution a second per block, per multi-block, but that's to be expected. That's kind of how these always were, okay? And that's not really an issue. The real issue is that this is supposed to be doing between 40 and 80 pollution per block. And what it's doing is it's counting every block in the multi-block. So in reality, these are doing 1,000 a second each. But if you take a look at this, it's doing quite a bit more. We have some high-powered scrubbers here cleaning everything up, and it's doing quite a bit. So I don't know if that's an exact. The modders are aware of it. There's a huge thing going on in the issue section of GitHub. They are aware of it, and it is going to be addressed. I don't know if they're going to reduce it. I don't know if they're going to fix it. I know they're going to make it to where at least it only counts the fireboxes, but I don't know if they're going to reduce it to make it more reasonable for the power output, because right now this doesn't produce much steam. It really, really doesn't. We had to have 2 of them just to be able to run some of these. And truth be told, we constantly run out of steam. Constantly. I think with 2 of these, I can support maybe half the structure. Truthfully. So, it is what it is. So we've been having to basically redo our entire system. So while that's been an issue, I built some elevators. That's one new thing that I did. The other thing is I've been building water tanks like crazy. I've been building piping. I got a whole bronze boiler set up. I got an advanced coke oven. And there's a reason I grabbed this. And all the parts necessary. Now, I tested this offline first in single player just to make sure it's maintainable. Because I want a system that I could set up and maintain with LV scrubbers. And this actually works. you can maintain a GT boiler system with an LV scrubber. Yeah, you have to replace the filters a lot, but you can still do it. And that's what matters, is that you can do it. Like these things running constantly, it produces pollution, but not a lot. It's fine. Even the coal boiler doesn't produce that much pollution. But this fluid boiler is producing crazy amounts of pollution. So that's why things have been gone, is we've been scrambling not only to recover the world, because the world was actually completely destroyed, but to also figure out what happened. Like why the update caused that to happen so quickly. And like we noticed a little smog. I commented on that pollution issue, and I was working on making the scrubbers. Scrubbers weren't doing anything. It was producing so much pollution that even this scrubber, which is the highest tier you can get other than the big multi-blocks, can't keep up with it. It's crazy. So that's where things are with that. As far as the other stuff goes, there are 3 episodes of GT New Horizons for past content that is still being edited. I don't know when I'm going to get them. We had the holidays hit when I dropped them off, plus she had to edit a 5 to 6 hour episode of FDB Interactions, which was the last one. It's when we finished everything, and that took quite a while. So I don't know when we'll get these last 3. Hopefully here soon. I know she's under the weather right now, so hopefully we'll get them soon and we'll get back to doing recordings. Until then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing the live streams. The live streams, though, will start after we get this system replaced and we get rid of all the creative stuff. Because I'm doing this legitimately, but that bug was just, it just basically killed it. It just completely killed everything. And I was honestly worried that was the end of the playthrough, simply because I didn't know where to go from there. And I didn't want to completely start over because of a update to the mod pack. But fortunately, Dream Master, the mod pack author, got with me. We discussed it. He gave me a little guidance on what he uses for power and things to look into. And that gave me ideas, and I further went in and tested other things and came up with a solution to it. And now, a lot of you who watch the series already play the pack, so the whole bronze boiler thing is probably nothing new to you. It's the next evolution to go as far as Steam goes. But the thing I don't know a lot of people know about is this advanced coke oven. Now, it produces 80 pollution a tick. So I have enough here for 2 of the advanced coke ovens. And it took quite a while to build these. Like, I had to make a whole bunch of lapis lazuli. And I have a mixer up here that I've been mixing and making the IC2 coolant. Over here, I have a chemical bath that I was moving the coolant to, and I was using this to make the infernal bricks. And I was cooling them off in there, and then doing it again to make the advanced coke oven bricks. Unfortunately, we had so many spare coke oven parts, I just tore those apart and was able to make them. But, because, like, we were actually... Before this happened, we were planning on doubling this so that we could put out more of these boilers. Yeah, that was a mistake. So Losing train of thought. So, like, I've been spending several days basically doing this stuff in between work. And staying up to the wee hours, getting a few hours of sleep a night. I'm also working on getting, like, calcite and assorted things done. Why did you stop? Oh, that's why. Or is it? Is marble dust a... Does it need to be like 9 or above? Oh, it needs to be 8. That's why. Alright, fine. You can do your other one. That's fine. We're cool. It's all cool. So the other thing I'm doing is I'm getting materials together to make concrete. I'm going to be making some concrete soon. Because if I got to make a huge multi-block water structure, I'm going to have a pretty huge multi-block water structure. And want to make a little concrete for it. You know, if we're going to go industrial, might as well go industrial. I don't know like where we're going to put it. We're going to put it over here somewhere probably. But I'm going to cut out there. I'm going to like set some stone down. I'm going to see if I can get enough concrete. I mean, I got like a stack of calcite here. I got stone dust for days. And if I can locate it, it's 2 calcite, stone dust, a clay dust, and a quartz sand. That makes quite a bit. Because I think a block of concrete is how much? It's only 144. So we're going to get several blocks of concrete per thing. So let's really do a little math here. Because I want to see exactly how many we're getting. So we're getting 16 blocks per craft. So So 32 times 16. We should have plenty to do what I'm thinking of doing. We'll have 8 stacks. That should be more than enough because we only need to cover about a chunk area. The other thing is, while working on my normal Ender Pearl pursuits, you guys saw me doing this stuff during the stream, I finally got a regenerating Enderman. And even though I was saving the name tag for a cat in the future, I went ahead and used my Bob name tag. So we have an Enderman named Bob in here, forever melting. And the reason this is significant is we will be able to do our chunk loading soon. Now, I do have one chunk loader that I found in a dungeon. It's back here. And I put a stack of pearls in here. It's used 2 in the last few days. But yeah, I got lucky on that. And it's sad because I'm going to be removing a lot of the base during this restructure. But this ain't moving. He's going nowhere. I was talking to Ryan about it, and I was like, this needs to stay. So that's where things are with that. And I think that pretty much covers it. I mostly just wanted to give you guys a quick... This is why I haven't been streaming it. This is why you haven't seen anything, is because this broke things badly. But the mod authors and the mod pack author, they're aware of the issue. They're working on fixing it. I don't know when that fix will be, but it will be soon. And but by the time they fix it, this is all going to be gone anyway, because I can't keep up with this. So we're going to do away with it. It was a choice of either doing this and keeping the pollution mechanic, or completely turning pollution off. And I would prefer to keep the pollution mechanic. It adds a unique difficulty and a consequence that I have not had to deal with in Greg Tech packs before. So it was something I wanted to keep because it made me think outside the box with how I do things. And I like that. I like the fact that I was challenged. So it's not going away. In fact, odds are, because I don't have a ton of turbines laying around, like I had a little bit of vanadium steel, I think a stack and a partial that I made. But other than that, that ain't going to last. And that's not going to keep up with a lot of this stuff. It may slow it down once I get the new system in. It'll keep it moderately under control. But even when it's set to low efficiency mode, it still takes durability. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to take durability, because it's not supposed to damage the turbine at all. But it does take durability. It does break the turbine still. But that level of pollution is nothing compared to this. And at least with the new system's pollution, we can come in, run the scrubbers for a little while, clean everything up, and then continue on as... It would be more of a maintenance thing than a has to be running all the time thing. And that's kind of what I'm going for. The other thing is, it's not going to be running all the time because I'm going to be building a special system to turn it on and off as steam levels hit certain points. So one of the things that the pack talks about, I'll go ahead and show this because this is actually kind of cool that they pointed out here. But a lot of people probably overlook this, is automating on and off. And they explicitly mention that you can turn off the GT steam boiler at certain levels. And they even recommend what percentages to turn things on and off at. And I think that's awesome. Because with that, we'll be able to attach a valve to this tank and use that to turn the GT boiler on and off as we need it. So it's only producing pollution when it's needed. The same thing with the advanced coke ovens. They will no longer produce Creo. And this is going to have a cap on it. So once this is full, it's not going to produce charcoal anymore. These are already filling up with Creo because I have nowhere else to go with it. But, yeah. So we got a whole plan for how to fix it. We've been working on that plan. We've been getting prepared. I should say, actually, I've been working on it. Poor Ryan, after the pollution thing happened, he damn near rage quit. He's taking a break from it for right now. Because that was just, it was soul crushing that we put all this work in, and one update destroyed it all. But we're not quitting. At least I'm not. I'm going to continue on. I'll have all of this fixed soon. And you don't have to worry about it, because here in the next day or so, I'll be able to spend more time on it. Right now, I'm spending a lot of time with work, and that's actually taking most of my free time. But soon all will be right in the world again. I need to add more stuff here. One stack and another stack of dirt. So that's pretty much it. Before I get into one of my trademark rambles, that's basically it. It's going to be a really short stream. Feel free to comment on this stream. Let me know if you want me to stream all of the work I'm doing to repair the stuff. Since I'm not making quest progress outside of building the boiler, I don't know if you guys even want to watch that, because it's literally going to be me just ripping things apart, moving things around, and figuring out the signals and stuff. My camera is like right in the way, so I can't see where. I bet it went in my digger's backpack. Yep. Like, to keep the camera like right here, I have to have it like in the middle of the screen. Something else you may notice is that there is a new. There's no cutoff stuffs really. And, well, I guess it's kind of cut off. It's kind of cut off because I alt-tabbed so I can see the chat. Because I can't actually see the chat when it's full screened for some reason. Let me see if there's another way I can do this. It doesn't let me hide the bar. So we'll just turn full screen back on. And what I'll have to do is I will have to find a way to get the chat some other way. Let's see if there's a restream app in here. They have OBS on here. Yeah, I'm not finding a way to view it on here. So I may just have to still deal with resizing it. Or find a way to get things in there. But yeah, I do got the new monitor. I don't know why the Restream chat doesn't show in front of the full screen Minecraft chat. It's supposed to. Yeah, Ira, your messages are popping up for 2 seconds. While we're here, let's see. I'm just curious if, while I'm actively streaming, if I could somehow see the chat here. Ah, I can open it in a browser. All right, cool. Then I know how I'm going to deal with the chat next time. That wasn't why I was streaming, Ira. You gotta watch the beginning. So yeah, in other news, I mentioned the whole new monitor. I got the new monitor. I got rid of my ultra widescreen. And the reason I did that is because a lot of you were talking about how things are cut off. Like there's a black on the bottom and on the sides and stuff. And a lot of that is because of the fact that I have to keep resizing everything for this. Whereas I can just change things up, get a smaller monitor, and just go full screen. And that's basically what I've been doing. I've changed the camera angle. I have a green screen coming in here soon, so that you guys can see behind me on the chat. It should arrive Saturday. I did pick up another green screen that's going to be used for the gaming setup over here, but we may end up moving all of this to what I basically refer to as the dungeon. I know this is going to be so cliche, but we're thinking of moving my office to the basement. So I'm going to be doing video game stuff in the basement. And it was something we were talking about doing. And then I'd have room for the giant green screen and whatnot. I'm also looking into doing my brain is like completely shutting down right now. I apologize. Looking into doing console streaming. I got all the stuff for it. The green screen is going to be the last real thing I need. I will try to get stuff set up initially for that. I got all the things. It's just I need a way to record it because my main machine is right here to the right of me, which is completely across the room from all the gaming stuff. So that's going to be a chore. That's going to be a chore. But we'll get it sorted. I do know that soon as I can convince Ryan to hop back in here. Now, you may not see it here. You kind of see it here. There's a giant tree farm right here running indefinitely. So we're going to be... I want to make 2 of these. Like, I want to clear out this whole section and make another one of these. Let's see. If I'm right here, the boilers are right there. That's the boilers. These 2 chunks is the Creo setup. And then the storage is like right here. So I think... like, we're going to be removing pretty much all of this right here. What we may end up doing is we may end up... like, I'm debating putting everything right here in that chunk. And if I end up doing that, we're going to build a thing here. I could leave part of it in this chunk right here so that we are not tearing down the building to do so. But in the end, I think we're going to end up removing all of that anyway. I think we're going to be tearing down everything. And I'm really tempted... to move everything into the basement hole initially, underground. Like all the chests, all of it. And just for now, it'll be a complete god-awful mess. But moving it downstairs, just so that we can clear out this entire area and build a new setup. Build a more refined setup. A more industrialized setup. We'll add the additional tree farms. We'll redo these farms. And we will move Ryan's animal factory. We'll move the Twilight portal. We'll move the Nether portal to a proper place. And start actually doing some base planning. Now, this weird cobbly mess here is actually something I didn't know existed. Oh, yeah, and this is another thing. You may notice this is constantly full of steam. But there's nothing here. This was another thing I did to make sure that we had constant wood being made. Just to show off some of the stuff that's been in progress. Because I dug a massive hole and I brought a huge pipe all the way down to where the farm is. In the process, also found a garnet vein that I did not know was here. Is this an ore chunk? Oh yeah, this is an ore chunk. This is also an ore chunk. So yeah, we have a garnet vein here that I didn't know existed, which is like very nice. And once again, set myself on fire. Oh yeah, this is the other thing that they got rolled back because during the stream we moved and handled this. I actually forgot all about it. Alright, so that'll clean that up. Why was I doing that? Oh, lubricant. Okay, I remember now. But I have one right here for lubricant. So why was I doing that? I don't remember. But we're gonna be moving that too. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I got into my trademark ramble anyway, even though I was planning not to. We will start having more episodes here soon. Since things have been going slowly, I will start picking up slack on that and start getting more recordings out. We will be doing some more varied content here soon. And go ahead and comment on the stream. I think YouTube lets you comment. I think it does. Let me know if you guys want to actually see the rebuild. See me ripping everything out. See me destroying everything. See me putting in the new system. See me doing the troubleshooting in my creative world to try to figure out different things. Let me know if you want to see all that stuff. Because otherwise I'm going to be kind of keeping it off until we're able to progress normally again. But just let me know. And we'll go from there. Because once we get this ripped out and everything fixed, honestly, the steam boiler is probably only going to be there for a short time. I mean, we may keep it for cracking, but like going into the MV age, we're going to be getting into things like diesel and benzene and biodiesel and different types of fuels and power setups. And we're going to be doing things where we turn things on and off and try to conserve fuel based on energy needs. So this setup isn't going to last that long as it is now, because we're going to be evolving. We're also going to be kind of expanding, because if you guys watched my FTB interaction series, I did these rows of machines constantly, and I didn't start doing like multi-processing setups until much later. But I think I'm going to start doing things differently, because manually processing stuff in various machines is fine and all to conserve resources, but it's not realistic for a pack like this. It really truly isn't. So I think in the long run, once we get the power where we need it, to where we can maintain things, I think I'm going to start building multiples of machines, multiples of contraptions, multiples of various things. And we'll still have our workshop machines like so, but in the end, we're going to be setting up automation setups. And we're going to have dedicated factories. I'm going to start building this as if we were playing like Satisfactory or Factorio, where we have isolated factories building components. And those factories will focus only on those components. And then we somehow transfer those components to a central storage, and then go from there. So everything's going to have a purpose for the sake of automation and for the sake of making things easier on us. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of resources, but I think that's going to be what we're going to do. And I think the first thing, once we get things cleaned up, I think the first thing we're going to work on is portable power. By portable, I mean getting power in isolated sections. I don't care if that's through a steam transfer system. I don't care if that is through diesel. I don't care if that is through doing gas processing and benzene and other things like that. I just care that we get it done and it's doable. And once we get to that point and we're able to maintain everything, I think we'll be good, because power processing is going to be the first one, and then resource processing is going to be the second. Because if I have an automated way to just go through and get all of my materials processed, and it actually processes faster than waiting for 5 years to get a batch of ore processed, I'll be happy. Like, I crushed a whole bunch of lapis to make the IC2 coolant. I already got the lapis I needed. I'm still processing lapis. I made way too much. Way too much. I'm never going to live this down. Ever. Never, ever, ever, ever living this down. Never, ever living it down. But, yeah, I think that's going to be my plan. I am going to figure out power, and then I'm going to figure out ore processing. Now, I already know the chain of ore processing, but in the end, it's really the powering it that I got to figure out. I know we're going to need a lot of centrifuges to be able to keep up with it. We're going to need a lot of ore washers. We may even want some thermal centrifuges and some forge hammers. And we're going to need to do this in MV. Because I think MV is the only one that gives byproducts. This is a LV macerator. As you see, we don't have byproducts. I think we only get byproducts from the advanced or the multi-blocks. Wait, so you can only make... Well, that's not right. Can only make it with an exquisite diamond? Alright. Well, I rambled on long enough. It's fairly late here. and it's been a long day. So I've hit my trademark rabbit trails or raptor trails, whichever you want to call it. I came, I saw, I clucked. You know what's been going on. Here soon, like I said, the error that caused all this stuff, it will be fixed. They are aware, they are working on it, just to summarize. Our setup's going to be completely ripped out. And as you see here, I have been working hard building all of the parts for it. This stuff was quest rewards. But I'm glad I got the huge steel pipe because I don't have a lot of steel. But I do have all of the other things that was necessary to do this. And yeah. Yeah. Sad Minecrafter is sad. So that's really it. I don't have anything else to say. I rambled on long enough. I will talk to you guys later. And we'll see you on the next episode. And like I said, comment on the YouTube video. Let me know if you want to see me going through all of this stuff, sorting through things. And I'll go ahead and record all that. I was going to keep it all offline and just give you guys a run through. But it was taking long enough that I figured I probably should just give you guys a little quick update of what's going on. Just so you know. Just so you know what happened, why we've been offline for several days, why the other GT episodes are still behind schedule. And the summary of it is life happened. Which is basically the summary of everything last year and so far the beginning of this year. But I appreciate all of you guys sticking with me. We will get things rolling again. Yeah, that's about it. So with that, you guys have a wonderful day. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please do. I do want to try to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as I can. And if you like the content and you want to help cover the cost of the content, by all means donate. All the links are in the descriptions below or on the little link for my YouTube page. You can find it there. And with that, I wish you guys all the best. And I will talk to all of you later. Goodbye.